Good morning, guys. Trev, SmashweRx. You ready to get started for a Monday morning? All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over some tricep mobility and stuff for a slightly torn, strained tricep, and get that whole arm complex going. Because believe it or not, that tricep does more than just look good at the beach and give you that big old horseshoe. I know what you guys are thinking, but what it does is it does adduction of that arm. It does extension of that shoulder, and then of course it does a lot of that press out when we do just about anything. Especially think about getting into that muscle up, and we're at the bottom of the press up before we get up to the top of the ring, so we get that rep. Remember, open's coming 8 weeks. There's going to be muscle ups. I talked to Castro. He says they're going to be there, like they've been every year. And then when you get to the top and you have to come out of that muscle up, you want to get that lockout. What do you think's doing that? That tricep. So you can have an argument between the bicep and the tricep and a little bit of the shoulder. But what people don't know is that tricep has a lot to do with being able to get overhead, and a lot to do with being able to move your arms back and forth for things like butterfly pull-ups, even kipping pull-ups, even just toes to bar or knees to elbows or some rope climbs. All that stuff comes into play, and that tricep does a lot more than you think. So this is going to clear out any strains, sprains, and light tears. I got to stress that. If it's a major triceps tear, listen, don't do this. Go see your ortho guy. All right, but show me the MRI first, because a lot of times it's not what it is. So we're gonna focus on the long head of the tricep, because that attaches on the scapula. So if you look at the scapula, it comes into what's called the infraglenoid tubercle. So it's the underside right at the bottom of that joint. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna help rotate that scapula when you're doing your shoulder movement. And it's also gonna adduct that arm, and it's gonna allow that a stable position for you to do that press out as well. So it's a big anchor, that scapula. You're starting to see what the scapula does, a ton of stuff. It's like K-Star says, you can't fix your scapula, you can change the structure and the mechanics around the scapula, which is what changes scapular motion. And I like that. So thumbs up to K-Star. So anyway, I'm gonna show you how to smash this thing out. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get moving. If you can see, I got a red band right there. Oh, this is just abysmal. This one's just abysmal. So we're gonna stretch it first. I showed you one where we were up against the rig. Let me move this. Mad camera skills. I know. So we're gonna take this. It's a pretty heavy band. We're gonna grab the band, loop into it like this. Okay, so you can grab onto it, so you can hang on if I wanna lean away from it. That's not what the mobility is though. So you're gonna loop into this, and then you're gonna take it, you're gonna bring it up overhead. Now you can see I'm allowing that to pull me straight down into, or I'm allowing it to pull that the back of my arm straight down. So I'm gonna turn around so you can see it. I'm like this, I'm flat against my back. So I'm not an external rotation. Okay, I'm an internal rotation, and that's different than most times, but that's because I want you to bring that elbow all the way up so we can maximize that stretch on that long head of the tricep and fully contract that bicep and fully flex that elbow. So grab it again, just go like this. Oh, stand up real tall, suck in a deep breath, and then just hang out here for how long? Yeah, 2 minutes. I know it's Monday, right? TGIM. So that's number one, but stay up nice and tall. You're gonna have a tendency to do this. That takes a lot of that pressure off. Open up really tall, and you'll even hit a little bit of that serratus. That's number one. Okay, number two, you get to stay in the band. I can't, I gotta move the camera. All right, check this out. We got a peanut. We got a PVC. So we're gonna put the PVC here. If it falls on me, don't laugh. I'll come to your house. I'll make you do burpees for 3 days. Good. All right, and if you're frowning, you can do burpees for 3 days. So we can't have this conversation. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the peanut. The peanut is gonna trap the entire tricep all the way down through here, but you're working on the inside, all right? So you're gonna trap that long head of that tricep. You're gonna go all the way up into the axle, all the way up into the armpit. So we're gonna start with this one. We got Pete fixing up the music right now. He's gonna check it out. He's gonna kick it old school. It's usually what Pete does. Pete's got a little gangster in him. I like that. That's why Pete and I get along. All right. I tell you, Pete did 23 rounds plus on a Bergeron beep test. That's badass. All right, so right there. Get in here, lay on the ground. You're gonna take that peanut and you're gonna traction this arm. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm allowing it. I can just do this. So it's already tractioning my arm completely. Stay on your side, take the peanut, cram it underneath there, start up high right here. Put a little tension on that, on that band. So start up high, and you're not gonna move very much. All you're gonna do is move about 2 to 3 inches. And you're just gonna lightly floss back and forth. I don't want a ton of engagement on that tricep. This is so horrible. And when you get out a little further, really open up that, open up that tricep and just peel it away. Roll a little forward, hit that long head really well. All right, that's number 1 with the peanut. I gotta get out of here, that friggin' hurts. Number 1. Number 2, I'm saving the best one for last. It's number 4. I know I went from 1, 2, and 4, but we actually had number 1 hanging out over there. Same thing. We're gonna grab on, loop in real tight, external rotation. This is a graduated version of the peanut. Because this one hurts, I'm gonna warn you, hurts a lot more. Good. But you can get up and high. So if you can see, I'm up here in the armpit, up in the axilla. Remember that tricep comes up into that scapula. So you want to be able to just crank on that tendinous portion and just grind it away, get some blood flow in there and peel it away from all those other structures. So you actually have that arm motion that you're missing right now. You guys are missing that shoulder arm and arm motion. I know you are. Same thing. Now we've got that traction on there. Now I got a big old fulcrum here. Get your hand on the PVC pipe. And just floss away. Oh, God, this is just horrible. Come all the way up. Oh, this one's really bad. Come here. Oh, it's like this PVC is having its way with me. And not in a good way. Okay. Oh, you can let go of that. This is the kind of stuff you want to do with your friends and not be on the receiving end of it. All right, that's number 2. So we've already peeled that tricep away. I'm gonna show you a good stretch, but it's got an active press out in it. So we all know the diamond position for a push-up, right? Because it engages a lot more of the tricep. We're gonna tuck those triceps in. So I'm gonna show you how to do that over here, but with a band so we can allow that stretch to stay complete in an engaged scapula position. So you're gonna, I know, blah, 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 a lot of technical mumbo jumbo. So the scapula is gonna stay nice and tight and engaged. The arms are gonna come nice and close. You're gonna hang out there for about 10 to 15 seconds. Then you're gonna press out all the way and then come back down. But we're gonna do it without having to load up that elbow so much. So check this out. Let's see if we can move this over here. You'd think I was sponsored by Rogue or something. All this Rogue gear I get. So this is on a bar. Bar is usually around shoulder height. We're gonna take this. I'll flip around this way so you guys can see what I'm doing. Now, normally I'm gonna have you put a lot of weight on this because I don't want this bar going all over the place. Don't let that bar come down on your head. I'm gonna put this right here. I'm not responsible if the bar falls on you. You're gonna get in here, use a heavy band. The band goes right under the armpits, okay? Now, I'm just gonna let it pull me straight down. I'm in a diamond push-up position, and all I'm gonna do is I'm in a full plank, and I'm gonna let it pull all the way down. So you can see where I am. My hands haven't changed. Do not rest on the floor. Because if I rest on the floor, look what I do. I disengage everything. I want those triceps engaged. So you can hang out here, and then when you're done, just press out. You can move the band wherever you want, but I want those elbows tucked in nice and tight. Good, because otherwise it's really hard on the triceps, really hard on the joints. You're gonna stay like this, 10 count, and then press yourself all the way out. The band is gonna help you. So all you're gonna do is let yourself down, don't fall, stay off the floor, and then press out. 10 count and then press out. That's it, that's all you're gonna do. That's gonna help to engage a lot of that tricep, which is what a lot of us are missing. We're only engaging portions of that tricep instead of the whole thing. And it's gonna bring you into a full stretch under load, and that's the big thing. I want it under load because it kicks in what's called reciprocal inhibition, so it turns off a lot of the other stuff. While that tricep's engaged, the rest of the body is turned off except the areas that are helping support you in that position, which is really important. So you can actually get full recruitment of everything that's involved back here. All right, does that make sense? Hope it does. I'm Trev, SmashweRx. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Smash you later.